Watching Nighttime, and my first guest is so interesting. We're going to bring him right out. He's a friend in Nighttime. Please help me welcome the Dream Doctor, Paul Unger. Hey, Paul. How are you, my friend? Hi, Andy. You know, I always like to get you right out here and right into this because there's never enough time. You know, and I get emails all the time. Hey, have Paul back on. So here is our first dream. Okay. I cannot punch someone in a fight. It's like opposite magnets.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever had that experience in a dream where you're trying to fight but you can't?
Where I can't, but not the opposite magnet part.
Usually with this dream, what it represents is it's a person's fear of being inadequate. Because if you have to fight, you have to be ready for the occasion, right?
Inadequate in life?
Yes. Ah. So it's the person's fear, like in that time of crisis, they're not going to be effective or they're going to be inadequate.
Would this happen when they're anticipating something coming up?
Well, yeah, I mean, we all have certain fears or anxieties or complexes. So, I mean, a lot of times what people dream about, they're actually the opposite, because if you don't care about these things, you're not going to dream about it. So a lot of times people that have these dreams actually are in control, are effective, but it's just they're so afraid they're not going to be effective at some point.
Maybe they're rehearsing in their mind.
Yeah.
Okay, a faceless man is sitting on a cloud or sand. Around him is the color blue. Now, in this dream, I feel very content, free, and very loved. No fear, just loving life.
That's a beautiful dream, yeah?
Man, can I buy that dream from whoever wrote that? These are from our audience members, by the way. What a nice dream.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, this dream, I would be interested to hear from the dreamer because it could represent two things. It could represent the person's desire in life to kind of be like the person in the dream, like they want that sense of peace and tranquility. Or I wonder maybe if that's the type of person that she wants to meet, like she wants a guy who is calm and peaceful. But the interesting thing, Andy, of the dream is the guy doesn't have a face. So what that would mean is, like, she kind of knows the qualities that she wants in a guy, but she's never actually met him.
Ah, you know, the person who wrote this was is an air traffic controller.
I'm afraid of that.
Okay, let's see what we said here.
Okay.
Why are dreams so confusing and bizarre? Why can't dreams just mean what they are?
It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? And you'd be out of a job.
Well, there's other things I could do, right?
Yeah, well, you do a lot of other things.
Well, you know, it's the thing where dreams, I always say that dreams speak to the symbol of language, or I mean the language of symbols.
Oh, I see.
And so it's like dreams speak a different language. And the reason that this speaks a different language is because when we try to figure things out in our daily life, we'll go over it in our mind. So the dream is trying to give you the problem from a different perspective, because if you could figure it out while we're awake, we wouldn't need to dream about it. So it's disguised in the sense, like, maybe if I show them from a different perspective, maybe they'll understand and they'll get it then.
Are there anybody who actually doesn't dream? A lot of people say, I don't dream. Is it that they just don't remember?
Yeah, I mean, you dream every night. On average,
no matter who you are.
Absolutely. If you don't dream, you develop psychotic-like symptoms. So make sure you keep dreaming.
Okay.
Okay?
Here was... I dream about being Superman, and in the dream, I defeat the bad guys, but I don't put them in jail. It's sort of a vigilante justice. What does that mean?
What it means is, we obviously have a person here who believes in justice and wants to do the right thing, and so it's the person saying, like, you know, they're not going to take justice to the extreme. They want people to be aware of whether they're doing something that's inappropriate or wrong, but they're not going to be mean about it. They want to be a role model, Andy.
No, that's not my dream. I promise you.
Okay.
Me would be beat them to death and watch them bleed. Okay, reoccurring dreams of a truck coming to hit me, and sometimes a baby in a stroller. Several times, you know, I've leapt out of the way, and it hit a wall instead. Oh, it hit the wall head first.
The truck hit the wall, right?
The truck hit the wall.
Okay.
A few times I've picked up my wife and carried her from the hall just to save her from the dream truck.
I think this dude and Superman should hook up, right?
I'm guessing.
They'd be quite the pair, yeah.
Music, you know?
So, Andy, do you see in this dream where, I mean, it's obviously this man's, he has to be in control and protect his family. And so I guess his greatest fear is that there's going to be that point that something's going to happen to his family, and will he be there to protect them? But what's interesting in the dream is he always protects the family, right? So he probably worries too much, and it's that situation where yes, things happen, but you have to, you'll do the best you can at the time. And the good thing, like I said, is he protected the family. He saved him.
He saved him. So,
yeah.
so that's a good dream.
Yeah, very good.
Very good dream.
Well, yeah, actually,
there's time for one more here.
Okay.
Let's get right to it. I was spear fishing in my dream, and I was underwater and could hear a baby crying. Now, I saw the baby stuck under a rock, and it was surprisingly calm. I decided to go back to the top of the water and to get a breath, and then go back down to rescue the baby and its life. And I just, and the baby, and the baby was safe, so I just left.
Okay, interesting, because you see in the dream how, what I liked about the dream is how the person stayed calm. I mean, that's kind of a crisis situation. But what it's saying about the dreamer there is that this person did the right thing, he saved the baby. But what's interesting, he stayed calm, but after he rescued the baby, he didn't want any type of recognition. So I think it's probably that whole situation where, you know, wanting to do the right thing because it's the best thing to do, but not necessarily looking for any type of fame or any type of recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Paul Unger, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with the dancers of Tropicalia when we return. Cool.
Hi, I'm Brian Clay, and I'd like to tell you a little story about my friend, Brad Yates. Brad's a high-level performance coach, but he was nearly crippled by severe arthritis in his knees. The Straub orthopedic team performed a new, minimally invasive knee replacement only available at Straub. Using state-of-the-art instruments, it avoids cutting major thigh muscles, resulting in shorter recovery times. He was walking up steps within hours. Now he's back to enjoying life again. When it really matters, people turn to Straub.